Morning delivery fam, and welcome back to another episode of Breakfast with UDM on the Life of a Gig Worker podcast. And Josh, it's Financial Friday, and you told me it's something you want to talk to me about. What's up?
Yeah, I'm just still sitting here thinking about the high D, high C. Sorry, y'all. Blooper background conversation. Now we're recording.
Oh, my bad.
I'm leaving all that shit in there. Yep, go ahead.
So, okay, I wanted to talk about Carvertise because Carvertise was one of my top performing videos. It's one of the things that I have a lot of knowledge about, especially during a Financial Friday, because a lot of people misunderstand the amount of money that they can make by wrapping their car and just driving and doing their everyday thing. Doesn't hurt the car. I'm kind of foreshadowing for a video that we're going to release in season 2. So there's a lot of
meaning after the vacation.
Yeah, season 2.
Okay, all right.
We season 2 in this shit.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
So Carvertise is not really an app, although they do have an app, but it's not really an app. It's a gig opportunity that you can wrap your vehicle with advertisements, either for your local area or someone that's trying to put something out in your local area about whatever it may be. And they want to wrap a couple of cars and some buses and some trucks and stuff like that. Now, a lot of people misunderstand the amount of earnings that you can make here because a lot of people don't talk about it. Did I tell you about all the stuff that I've been doing?
I only remember one event that you
did. Yeah, so you get paid. It's usually like a wrap bonus, which is like $100 to wrap your car, and then whatever the monthly pay is for however long the campaign's going to run, right? So that's your base pay. And then you can get paid additional money, and these are like really good pays sometimes. Sometimes they're kind of trash, but most of the time they're pretty good. Like for events, like photo shoots where they have like videographers go out there, or they have you go and take your photos of your vehicle in certain places to make it look good, to show them that you're getting your vehicle out there and it's getting viewed. It's kind of like proof to the customer, like, look, it's working. So, I think this month alone, I confirmed with, I'm going to use the name Justin from Carvertise, that I made $875 for like maybe 6 hours of my time outside of what I normally do.
All right. Hold on. I got a question. The main question is how many miles you had to drive for $800?
So not really that many. If I had to put an exact number on it, I drove to Disney and back, say 4 times. So that would be a total of 200 miles. I mean, they want you to drive at least 40 miles a day. That's the qualifier for most campaigns, is 40 miles a day. Now, there are some campaigns where they have mileage band, not restrictions, but like requirements. So like there was one campaign where it was like you had to drive, say, 150 miles a day or 200 miles a day.
So you're telling me 40 miles a day. Oh, this math seems a bit off to me. Hold up now. Hold up. I got to plug this in my calculator. So you said 40 miles a day times 30 days.
30 days.
That's 1,200 miles.
So, but hear me out. It's not,
okay.
They don't tell you where you have to drive. They don't tell you how you have to drive or anything like that unless you want to participate in a couple of events. And those events only take like an hour, maybe 2 hours at most. But as far as it goes with your base, they always actively look for like rideshare drivers or gig workers because they're already driving. They're already hitting those mileage bands. So you don't have to do anything additional outside of what you're already doing.
So the only way this can actually be worth it is while you're working another app and driving the same miles, basically kind of double dipping.
Yes, but I met a lot of people on this campaign that don't do gig work at all. There's a couple of them where they're like, yeah, I do Uber. But there's a few of them that are like, no, I just drive to and from work every single day. And that's more than 40 miles. And then they'll show up to these events and they'll, they'll do the events on the weekends or whatever, so that they can make a little bit of extra cash. Because the way that I broke it down was that I made over $600 in events, right? And I worked about 5 to 6 hours total. So I made about $100 an hour for the events. Some of them are 75, and some of them are like 125 for the hour. Some of them are like 150 for an hour, or maybe 2 hours. But as the average came down to it, because I participated in 95% of the events, I missed one because it was like at noon on a weekday and I was working. But I participated in 95% of the events. I averaged $100 an hour while I was on the events.
I mean, don't get me wrong, bro. When I ask those questions about the mileage and the amount you got paid and their requirement of driving at least 40 miles a day, don't get me wrong. I'm not looking at that as a bad thing per se, right? At first, let me just be honest here and say, at first, I was like, "Oh, that sucks," right?
Yeah.
But I was only looking at it like from the perspective of this is all I do, right?
Yeah.
Like 1,200 miles, $800. Hell no. Nah. But then my brain cells started to connect,
From
and it was
from that last video, you
yeah
had to reconnect.
yeah. Then they started to connect, and I was like, oh, but I could multi-app on this. Oh,
Yeah. And
okay.
I wouldn't. I mean, Carvertise is always around for a minute. They're never around permanently unless you're in one of those markets where they're always paying for advertisements. So it's something to throw on your car and just let it happen. Now I'm gonna show in season 2. We're gonna go through some of the video footage of me getting the car wrapped and getting the rental car for the day. And then we're gonna go over the wrap removal process. So this has actually been in production for about 2 months now. And I was asked by Carvertise to share the video experience. I originally I recorded it and I wasn't going to do anything with it, but I decided, I was like, you know what, they really want to see it, so I'm going to produce it, and then we're going to share it on the podcast and kind of go over it. But I, at least before season 2 came about, I did want to just give Carvertise like a little bit of a shout out, because every time I've done Carvertise, they've taken care of me. And it's because I'm a driver that's a zero bullshit type of guy. So usually I can do things that most others can't. It's because I've been around this area. I know where to go, where to get the good shots. And they always throw me on these events. So again, whatever you're going to be a damn good one. So
Yeah.
I mean, they took care of me. Like I said, the max earnings for this campaign was $875. And even with me missing an event, they gave me a bonus on another event that put me at $875 for the earnings for the month. Now, you take $875 for just driving your car every single day.
Whether you were gonna
And
just go to the gas station, go to the
yeah,
grocery store, yeah.
and you throw that in there.
I can only imagine how much driving we do, how many additional miles that are non-working miles, right? You don't get paid for those miles, especially if you're using your daily driver. I know in my household here, majority of the time, all right, not majority of the time, but I will say between my wife and I, we look at my vehicle, that's a work vehicle. So don't expect me to go to the grocery store on that. If you want me to go to the grocery store, you better catch me when I'm already out here and I'm on my way home, you know. But if I'm leaving the house, I usually take my wife's vehicle because my vehicle is a work vehicle. We're not going out in my vehicle. We're going out in my wife's vehicle. My vehicle is a work vehicle. So additional miles is costing me money. And that's it.
So one thing that I really like about Carvertise, while your vehicle is wrapped, you're able to write off every single mile that you drive. Every single mile.
Yo.
So now take the earnings that I made,
Okay.
right? And you're talking about 1,200 miles. Now
Okay.
take that and let me confirm. Hold on.
Okay. I see where you're going with this. While you confirming, go ahead.
IRS mileage rate 2024. So the mileage rate for this year for business use is 67 cents a mile. So do 67 cents per mile times 1200.
All right. Are you gonna do it or you want me to do it?
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Okay.
$804 worth of write off.
I see you.
So not only did I make $875, that $875 is virtually tax free because the amount of money that I made was eaten up by the expense of me driving the vehicle. So it's 67 cents per mile. My taxable wage was like $44.
I got you, bro. That's when I started shaking my head. I'm like, okay, I see what you're doing. I see what you did there. Now,
So
go ahead.
but those miles that you're talking about, those dead miles, now those miles are write off. So when you go to the store, you take your kids out, you take your wife out. That's now an additional write off that you could add to your taxes where you're like, hey, we went like even like so my removal is supposed to happen within the next couple of days. And I'm kind of hoping that they delay it because we're driving, we're going on vacation soon. So we're driving out of state. I would love to be able to write those miles off. I would love it. So I'm hoping that they delay the campaign's ending because we had discussed this and we'll show the artwork on the screen that today is well, I can't really say that because we're recording. Well, fuck it, we're pre-recording. So today is the 10th. The event ends on the 30th, like the event of the actual thing that we're advertising. So if they extend it to the 30th, when I'm coming back, I will be able to write off the miles in which I drove there and drove back. So my vacation would be pretty much free.
I got you, bro. I
So,
got you.
like, these are the little things that I think about because I'm just lowering my taxable income by adding all of those additional miles to be able to be taxable.
Trust me, bro. The way you have it structured, right, for you to win in the end, I I like it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't here to judge your decision, right? Just going with them at all. I was just looking at it from a dasher's perspective. Right?
So,
Like miles to money ratio got to make sense.
so you remember that order that I took that you have the screenshot of me doing the dispatch order? You still got the screenshot?
Well, I would have to go find it. You want me to put it on the screen?
Yeah, put it on screen.
But you
Because
gotta.
I'm about to blow your fucking mind.
All right, the dispatch order, right?
Yep.
Come on, Josh. You got to talk about something else while I search. You know
Yeah,
what
no.
searching is
So,
like.
okay. So, what y'all didn't realize is I took a couple of these long distance orders while my car was wrapped.
You son of a bitch.
I took those long distance orders because when I got paid that $1,200, I wrote off an additional like $1,100.
You son of a bitch. I found it. The dispatch,
Tax
right?
free fucking money. Yeah, pull it up. Pull it up. You're gonna
All
see.
right. Boom.
So take that mileage. The mileage was 368.2 miles, and it was 400 for me to get to the drop off. So we're going to go back to the calculator, right? So 368, we're just going to do round numbers. 368 plus 400, 798 miles times 0.67, 534.66 in write off. So my taxable income on this order of $1,100 was really only $400 or $500. So the amount of taxes that I'm going to pay for that order is next to nothing. Because not only did I get to write off going up there, of course I got to write off going back, right? But I got to write off going up there to pick it up. Because I'm sure you have the video or the photo where it shows my car with the extended truck bed and my car is wrapped. Now, there's another photo there that'll show the whole thing, and it's got my car.
I don't have that one here,
You
but
may have cut it out because it's got my plate on it. But my whole car was wrapped, right?
you talking about that one? All right,
Yeah.
that was a different episode that I shared. That I would have to go find that now. Go ahead, talk.
But yeah, so I was able to write all of those miles off because of the vehicle was wrapped, and it created that additional revenue. So this is what you were talking about. So you're running this alongside of X, Y, and Z. Of course I am. Of course I'm going to take that money and make sure that I track every single mile that I drive and write off every single one of those miles.
Oh, found this.
You got it? Yeah, see? So because that wrap was on my car the entire time, and it's not, I mean, you guys will see it in season 2 where I go over the wrap, the quality of the wrap, and what I think about it in the initial I'm pulling up to the vehicle. And I think I have to re-record that video because it was raining and you can't hear me. But as you can see down there, it's raining. But
Yeah.
like I said, all of those miles are write-offs. So a lot of you guys think that Financial Friday is about ways to make more money. And I want you guys to start thinking about ways to keep your money. You've already earned the money. And majority of what we do and what majority of rich people do, yeah, you've got money. Hell yeah, you're spending money. But how do I make it to where that money is still working for me and I'm not handing the government a loan for the next year for me to get a refund? The main goal, now some people are different. Some people want that money, to pile up so they can do whatever they can do at the end of the year and like a big splurge. But for somebody like me, my goal is to either get a $0 refund or owe less than $50 to the government at the end of the year.
And I can't hate on that. I don't know how many people out there would probably hate on that, but yeah, that was actually, you don't find too many gigs out here that you can actually turn into something like this. And Carvertise seem to be one of those one-off types of gigs that you can use to your advantage as a gig worker.
I give you another one. So a lot of people have the Play Octopus tablet in their car, right? If you're a rideshare driver, you have the Play Octopus tablet, which is like the little game. Every mile you drive when that tablet is on is a write-off.
Hold on. I know y'all just saw that, right? He kind of like paused for a second, then he started talking again, and then it went real fast. So obviously he's having some service issues over there, fam. So please just bear a little patience with us. But go ahead, repeat what you were just saying about the Play Octopus.
So the Play Octopus tablet is for the rideshare drivers, right? And what a lot of people don't realize is every moment that tablet is on is a write-off, because even if somebody's not in your vehicle, is rolling advertisements. Yeah. So you're getting that additional mileage. So I always tell people, find something that allows you to write off every mile instead of half of your miles. That way you can keep all of your money at the end of the year and not pay anything, because every mile being written off, and like there's certain things, like some people do their itemized deductions so that they can take themselves out to lunch for business meetings or whatever. I write off miles, especially with it being at 67 cents per mile. That's going to add up to over the $1,200 deduction real fucking fast. That was just one day is $534. So you got to think that $534, say I do that every single day of the year, that's a total of $195,000 worth of write-offs. Granted, that's a shit ton of miles, but like if you were to have that $534 write-off every single day, say you're driving that 700 miles a day.
Oh, you said every day. I was like, you saw my face? I was like, wait, what? Those numbers don't sound right.
Yeah, say you're driving that 700, like truck drivers, for example. Say you're driving that 700 miles a day. That's $195,000 that you get to write off at the end of the year.
Got
So
you.
you always want to be tracking that. That way you could turn all of your personal miles into business miles. Even if you're going to the store, well, that advertisement's on my car, so I'm working, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what kind of work you're doing. I'm advertising. I'm a mobile billboard. That's why
Yeah.
I always have like and pull the photo back up.
Which photo?
The one of my car. You see my logo on the back? That logo has not come off in over 3 years.
Okay.
I have written off every single mile I have drove for 3 years. It's mobile advertisement. It's got the phone number. If you've got it covered up, but it's got the phone numbers. So anybody can call me and inquire like, hey, what kind of logistics and services do you offer? Oh,
Yeah.
well, I do deliveries. I do hot shot. I do this. I do that. Mobile advertisement, bro. All it takes, create a LLC, put a $30 sticker on your car. Boom. Every mile that you drive is written off because it is mobile advertisement.
You gotta be smart. You gotta be smart.
Now, I know there's going to be an IRS agent that comes out here and says, well, you've got to prove that you're advertising and this and that. There's no way to prove advertisement because I could pay thousands of dollars for somebody to advertise me on a billboard and receive zero phone calls. Zero. There's no way to track where that tunneling is. Well, they call it funneling is coming from. So you need to make it to where you can write off every single mile every single year. Like the first year that I had that car and I put that wrap on that car, I drove 130,000 miles. 130,000 miles in that first year. So now that
Now,
was at
wait,
54 cents.
wait. I gotta ask a normal question here. So I know that you're advertising a special event going on in a special area. Do they give you a radius of how far you can drive?
So Rapify does. Carvertise has not.
Okay.
Now, if they'll say, hey, you need to be, say, Epcot, for example. That was where all my events were. You need to be within the Epcot area for this time, from this time to this time. But otherwise, no, it's whatever you drive every single day. But back to the first year that I ever had the advertisement on my car, it was 130,000 miles, and the tax write-off rate for that was 54 cents a mile. My write-off for that year was $70,000, $70,200. Like I paid zero taxes that year.
So obviously you have a plan. You know what you're doing. And I guess let's let the people in the comment section, let's hear how they judge you.
Yeah.
If they have any questions, put it in the comments down below. I'm good. I'm just gonna leave the comment section to him on this one here, because I'm pretty sure there will be some people that may challenge you on this, right? And on this matter of how you handle the write-offs and everything. And yeah, I'll just leave the comment section down to you. I'll just hit the heart, and then you go ahead and chat it up with them people in the comments, because I like what I'm hearing and I understand everything that I'm hearing, but I'm not gonna argue with anybody about what I'm hearing either.
Yeah, no,
So
I
go
mean,
ahead.
you're always going to have your people that are like, but it's not this, but it's not that, but this is. So when it comes to tax codes are very, very hard to interpret. And, I've never been audited. I've been doing this for 8 years. And, my miles always make sense. Now, say for example, you go and you drive, say, 200,000 or 200,000 miles in 1 year, and you have zero income to show for it. Of course, you're going to get audited. So you're going to have to show income, and you're going to have to, produce 1099s or like I W-2 myself, right, as the business owner, and then the business is what gets 1099. So a lot of these apps pre-COVID allowed you to sign up under an EIN number, which is what I did. But a lot of them did not make me change it.
Well, we're having a lot of technical difficulties on your end, sir. So I think it's best that we start wrapping it up here.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with your internet.
It's
Um,
raining,
oh, it's
or it
raining.
rained.
Okay, it rained. All right. Well, I'm pretty sure the audience heard a lot of what you had to say. So if you want to challenge Josh, please feel free to do so in the comment section down below, and don't include me in that shit. Okay,
I'm gonna include you in that shit.
I ain't gonna show up. Okay, I'ma just read and I act like I ain't see it. I'm telling you right now, I'm probably gonna read it, but you ain't gonna never have any evidence that I was here. Okay, none. So, Josh, any last words for the fam, bro?
Yeah, this is the last episode of season 1. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. And we'll see you in season 2.
Damn. Alrighty, y'all. So, see y'all then. Deuces.